Go away, wasp. This is my beer. No, go away. Go away. I don't want to get stung. Yeah, why don't you drown in one of my beers?
Drink, 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 drink. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift your stein and drink your beer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift your stein and drink your beer. Drink, drink, drink.
It's a nice summer's day in the year 2020. You know what this needs? This needs a nice cold brew. I know. I have just the thing. Some nice Heineken. And some non-alcoholic Heineken. On this channel, I've mentioned that up until the age of 25, I actually never had any sort of alcoholic drink. But ever since a fateful trip to Jamaica where all alcohol was free, and I didn't want my family and friends nagging me to try a drink, I decided to have my first ever drink, which was aviation gin. Which was definitely a very strong choice for a first drink. But now, I have tried various alcohols, but now I haven't tried Heineken yet. So, to try Heineken, I'd have the original beer glass form. I got the can version. I got the keg version of Heineken. Unfortunately, they didn't have the small one in stock, so I had to actually buy the large one. So, oh well, I hope I better like the drink. And then, just to be really experimental, I'm gonna try the Heineken with 0 alcohol. So apparently there's 0% alcohol in this entire bottle. So it's like, what does Heineken taste like without the alcohol? And it also makes me wonder how many other drinks has an option of non-zero alcoholic beer. Because I don't remember seeing a Corona version. But anyways, my first beer was Corona. And Corona, it took me a while to finish, let's just say. It also didn't help that I didn't have a lime, so I had it straight up, just Corona. The drink, not the current pandemic. So before I open up and try my first ever Heinekens, I want you to check out this drink I created. I call it Hulk's Gentle Smash. This is a great beginner's drink, I feel, for somebody who's a little more new to mixing drinks. But some of the ingredients are a little more hard to come by, depending where you are or how limited a certain drink I use. But you could very easily substitute various things with others. Starting off with, you need blue, Curacao Blue. I use the McGuinness brand. You need the Smirnoff Vodka Berry Blast, which is a limited edition. I don't know, I've seen these a lot, but I don't know how truly limited this is. It is cherry, citrus, and blue raspberry put together, and it smells like the Rocket Icicle, the blue, white, and red. I find. I don't know if that's just me or whatever. And then you need orange juice. I use Simply Orange, but obviously there's different other brands of orange juice you can use instead. And so out of everything here, you just need the orange juice to be cool. But if you have everything else cool, that's also very cool as well. You're going to need your glass. Unfortunately, because we are in the midst of moving, I don't really have that many glasses that are straight or very easy to see what the ratio is like. So unfortunately, I have to work with this. And if you really want to measure, you could do a shot glass. There's a little bit of a size comparison, I guess you could say. And basically what we're going for with the shot is about the size of one of those little small, I wish I had it with me, demo bottles that come usually attached to something like a big bottle like this. It would be around the thing hooked onto it, and you get to try out different things for free
for the same price as the bottle. It's that little mini bottle. That's what we're sort of replicating with this. For this drink, you don't necessarily have to have ice. I usually do have it filled to the top with ice and working off of that. But you could very easily have this drink without ice, like I'm doing now because I'm out of ice. So you just want to pour that right in there. And if you're using a really big glass, depending on the next two ratios I'm going to give you, you might want to double up on the shot. You're going to grab your berry blast. Now for your berry blast, what you're aiming for with this is the third ingredient is going to be orange juice, and you have to have 50% of the glass being orange juice. So with this one, I don't really measure. I just sort of estimate how much. Usually I'll go like this. So that looks... It's hard to estimate because the top of the bottle is more skinnier than the bottom. The orange juice. And now you just pour it right in there. And what you should get is like almost a lime green, nuclear type of gamma radiation type look. Hence why I call it Hulk's Gentle Smash. It's like that meme where Steve Buscemi, somebody took his face and put it on the Hulk. Hulk's Gentle Smash. And yes, it looks pretty green, especially compared to the green screen that's in the back. That was entirely unintentional. But I usually would recommend stirring it a bit, and then voila, there you go. After trying the drink, I can safely say I was a little bit off on the mixture. Just gotta watch out for that. Gotta remember with those ratios, at least 50% has to be orange juice. Safer bet, have more orange juice than liquor. And that's Hulk Gentle Smash if you get it correctly. If not, it's Hulk a little more rougher smash.
That's a great drink if I don't recommend it myself. Okay, so here we go. And I forgot you need a bottle cap opener to open these. I got my trusty bottle opener now, which is a lobster. How do I open this? Wow, that was easier than I thought. As you can see, I'm a very experienced drinker. Okay, here we go. First ever Heineken for me. I wonder what it's gonna taste like. I like the design of the bottle. I mean, before I even started drinking, I was like, the two I really wanted to try was Corona and Heineken, and Corona didn't end up that good. I didn't like it that much, but let's see what this tastes like. Yeah, it definitely has that beer smell. Yeah, that's definitely beer.
No, I don't know what I expected.
It has I don't know how to describe it. It's like a not an aftertaste, but it has, I want to say fruit, but it, I don't know, it has a bit of a fruity taste, I feel. It's definitely better than the Corona. I'm gonna have to say that right off the bat. There's just something about it that has like a, it's not exactly fruity, but yeah, I don't know. It still has that beer taste that I don't really like, but it's decent. Now let's open up the non-alcoholic version and then compare. Okay. Has a similar smell. That is very interesting. The difference between them is hold on, I gotta try this one again. It's weird. This one has a more fizzy taste, almost like a soda, or it's almost like a Jones, I would say, but without the good flavor that comes with a Jones soda. Yeah, let's just spill it all over myself. But overall, it's very interesting. I'm gonna be back and forth between these. Yeah, it definitely feels like this one's more fizzy, and you can even see from the amount drinking. No, they raise about the same, or a little bit more on this one. Speaking about beer. So I'm going to be rating these beers between 0 and 10. Now, my scale is quite small in the sense of scale because, I mean, for example, if I only had 2 alcoholic drinks ever, so 1 Corona and 1 Heineken, those are the only 2 things I can rate. So for example, 1 would be considered the bottom of the scale and 1 would be the top. Even if they were above average, or even if they were both amazing, 1 would be the bottom scale, 1 would be the top, until I add more beers to that. So currently on my scale, I got Corona is the midpoint, a 5 out of 10. And then I got on the bottom scale was a beer I tried recently. I forget the name of it, but it was a blue raspberry IPA. That was the worst beer I've ever had. So that's gonna be bottom of the list for me. So that's a 0 out of 10. I had a barbecue at my uncle's house, and he had a couple beers that he got summer themed, and I tried the Coors Light Slice and the Bud Light Lemonade. The Bud Light Lemonade, or Strawberry Lemonade, that one was the top for me, because it was easy to drink, it tasted really good, and I didn't mind drinking it. I had a good time with that beer. So that one I consider is the 10. So, considering my scale, the Heineken in the glass bottle, I'm going to have to rate it about, I'm going to say a 6.50. Because it's decent. It's above decent. It's almost pretty good. Now, the Heineken without the beer, it definitely does have that. I gotta stop doing that. It does have the idea of Heineken, the non-alcoholic version. It definitely tastes like it. Like, if you want Heineken without the alcohol, I guess this is the closest you're ever gonna get to it. But it's basically Heineken the soda, I would say. And as a result, because it has no alcohol, I have to disqualify this. So this has a rating of NA because it has been DQ'd because it's technically not alcohol. But as a drink compared to this, I would actually say it's slightly worse. I would say this is about this is a 5.50 out of 10 if I had to rate it. Now we're gonna open up the can, because the reason I got so many different versions of Heineken to try is because I find when it comes to normal drinks like milk or iced tea, depending on what packaging they use, it tastes different. Milk in a bag tastes much different than milk in a carton. Iced tea in a can tastes much different than iced tea in a bottle. So logically, the same effect should apply to beer. Logically. That's what I'm here to find out. Opening up the can. I don't know how good my nose senses are, but it does has a canny smell. I don't know what else to say. I would say it has like a more, not spicy, but I'm trying to think of the words that would describe this. It's like a, for some reason this tastes a lot more fizzier than the bottle. Like the bottle tastes a lot more tamer than the can. Like the can, I feel like I'm tasting the bubbles. Like that's, it feels like that's all I'm drinking actually is bubbles. But not in a soda sense, but in a beer sense. So 500 milliliters, 330 milliliters. So you're technically getting more Heineken out of the can than you are out of the bottle. But I feel like the bottle tastes much more better overall than the can. But the can feels like it's stronger. That's what it feels like. I don't know if it's just, I think it must have something to do with science and the way they pressurize it into the can and all that and seal it. Granted, they seal it on the bottle end too, but I don't know. There is a slightly different taste between the two, I find. Interesting. This is going to require more research. I'm going to have to rate the can of Heineken a solid 6 out of 10. Now I have to wash the taste out of my mouth with some more Heineken. By the way, this video is not in any way sponsored by anybody, including the brand which I'm currently reviewing. They didn't ask me to do this. I'm doing this because I like torturing myself. Good thing I have people coming over tomorrow for a party this weekend. Now for the big boy. How do I work this? Do I have to pull this out? Does this twist? Oh, it does twist. Is it supposed to twist? How to open a keg, starring Mitchell Ryan Darcy. No, okay, I guess you don't open it that way. Let's open it. What's this? Okay. Looks like it comes with parts, so you have to assemble it. Okay. So this seems pretty simple, I think. You got, I assume this is the hose that goes in, maybe? And then the latch part, so you press down and it comes out. Oh, so it's like this, okay. I just put this on, right? Is that how this works? Okay, it's in. Oh, I guess I need a glass for this. From what I've learned drinking wise, I've learned that you always gotta hydrate with water when you're drinking. So make sure you stay hydrated while you're drinking. That is the lesson for today. Now let's oh, look at that. Foamy. gonna take a while. That's a lot of foam. That's the thing about leaving beer unattended when you run into the house, is you don't know if any bugs went in, if it's the can. So, decently ready, guess. Seeing the beer in the glass definitely looks a lot different. All I'm tasting is foam right now. Guess I better wait a little longer. But the foam tastes alright. Out of the normal beers I've had that isn't flavored or anything fancy, which is just Corona, Heineken, and in Jamaica I had some Red Stripe. Out of the three, yeah, Heineken's looking like the more better one overall. And I'm not just saying that because I have a lot to drink. This show is for everybody who wants to see me drink, which you would be surprised. That's the thing about beer, I find, is that the burps are like almost like a shot, because it's like you burp and then you just remember all the beer and the beer goes everywhere and it's like and then it's almost like a power up. It's like level up. Ooh. But yeah, okay, so it looks like I can actually finally now get to the actual drink. That tastes so like smooth. Wow, hold on. I have to... I don't know if it's just drinking it in a bottle and then drinking it in a glass. I just don't see why it's so not like it tastes different, but slightly. It's like, because this has like a little bit of the tang with the alcohol, where this, it's a little more like almost like spicy bubbles in a sense. The non-alcoholic one, it's basically soda, I would say, because even the soda has now died out because it's been left open for so long. But the glass is pretty good. Granted, I've been drinking this one for a while, so this one's a little less cool. Where this one's a lot more cooler, the one in the keg. I have to make a decision soon. Go away, wasp. This is my beer. No, go away. Go away. I don't want to get stung. And why don't you drown in one of my beers? How about that? No. Bad bee. Bad wasp. No. No, I'm still drinking that. It would have been a nice drinking experience if it wasn't for the bees and wasps. But anyways, I've come to the final decision. I would say the keg is a slightly lower score than the regular glass Heineken beer. I would say it's about 0.10 lower. Heineken was pretty decent, but I'm gonna continue to explore more in beer and alcohol territory to see what's good or what's bad, because who knows, maybe the perfect alcohol that I would love is somewhere out there, and I have to find it. I'm determined to find the very best, in my opinion. Thank you for watching. I want you to have a nice day or night or whatever time you watch this. Have a nice whatever. Thanks again for watching.
Drink, drink, let the toast start. May young hearts never part. Drink, 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 let every salute his sweetheart.